Hello everyone, so in this video I will discuss some interesting questions. First of all, let's discuss the first question. So the answer is we need to understand the basic concept of language and communication to understand linguistics, because linguistics itself is a science that studies language, which includes structure, use, development, and the relationship between language and job and society. So we need to understand the basic concept of language and communication first, so that we can easily understand linguistics. So, communication is one of the means used in language, which consists of three elements, namely the information conveyed, the person who conveyed the information or message, and the person who receives the message or information through words, gesture, sign, and expression. The communication system owned by humans consists of three, namely speech communication system, written communication system, and gesture communication system. Speech communication system is a way for humans to communicate using voice and spoken language. In addition, tone, intonation affect the meaning of the information conveyed. As for reading communication, is a way for humans to communicate using reading text and symbols. As for the gesture communication system, is a way for humans to communicate using hand body movements and expression to convey message or information. The types of knowledge that a person has so that they can deliver their speech in social interactions are knowledge of semantic rules, knowledge of syntactical rules, and knowledge of phonological rules. Knowledge of semantic is the knowledge that a person has to arrange and organize words in his mind to produce the right message. What is meant by knowledge of syntactical rules is how to arrange words in a sentence so that they meet the correct structure and can be understood. While knowledge of phonological rules is understanding the rules that govern how sounds in a language interact and change. Writing as a communication system can be defined as a language communication system used to convey a thought, idea, concept, or theory of a person using systematic symbols or signs in the form of text. Reading can facilitate more permanent and accessible communication between the oral and written communication system that must attract the attention of linguists to study is reading because a person can be already have the ability to speak or listen before they have the ability to read and write. Reading allows for reflection and revision, which are not always present in oral communication. To have the ability to read and write, a person needs to have some knowledge, such as knowledge of the content of reading, linguistic knowledge, knowledge of style, knowledge of organization, and knowledge of culture and audience, which also play an important role in understanding the writing. There are four knowledge that need to be used when someone wants to communicate their abstract ideas, namely knowledge of the content of the reading, linguistic knowledge, organizational knowledge, and knowledge of style. These four knowledge are needed to create effective communication. Knowledge of the content of the reading is necessary for us to be able to know the topic and content of the information to be reading. Linguistic knowledge includes grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. As for organizational knowledge, we are able to compose reading logically and structure. While knowledge of style, we need to know various reading style and how to choose the appropriate style for the audience and purpose of the reading. Gesture as a communicative system refers to the use of body movements, including hands, face, and body posture in conveying information or message. In other words, using sign language to convey message. Gesture function to strengthen, explain, and even replace verbal communication. According to the idea of Bernardis P. and Gentilci M. 2006, gesture function as an addition or substitute for verbal in communication. Informative signs are a condition or signs used to convey message directly. For example, traffic signs that give signals to drivers while driving, while communicative signs are signs used to convey language through body movements such as hands, face, or body posture. Among the two signs, the one that includes signs language is communicative signs because communicative signs are used to convey message or communicative to someone through body movements. Yes, I agree that sign language is also a natural language because sign language also has grammatical concept like spoken language. In addition, sign language also functions to convey message or information. 1. The manual alphabets of sign language. 2. The lexicon of sign language. And 3. The syntax of sign language.